Cool. So you're still telling us in Namibia?
Yeah, so the lady that I met
It,
from the bottle store, I ended up seeing her on a regular.
yes, and then you're saying there's different tribes in Namibia.
Yeah,
Is it like
it's
the
like,
Zulu, Xhosa?
yeah, but like with regards to here in South Africa, like I'm considered colored, right?
Yes, yes.
Um, in Namibia, somebody you get the namas,
Yes.
which us South Africans will look at the numbers as, oh, the Bushmen, yeah, they colored.
Yes, yes, yes.
But there, they would separate the namas and from people that look like me.
All right.
They say, no, I'm not a nama.
Okay.
I'm a bastard. Because we got different hair, you know, the
Yes.
same. Alright, that's their thing. You know, it's their country. So, any which way, I'm considered bastard there, but for the time that I was there, when I worked there, money was not an issue. Because my father took my bank card when I was in South Africa.
Yes.
He gave me full access to my money because I would go into the bank. Now there's no limit to what amount of money I can take. When it's payday, I go into the bank with my passport ID. Give me 5,000. Give me 10,000. So this you must know I'm English spoken. Us Durban colours, we speak English as the first language. Everything about me is English, you know. I'm Dale Anderson, Dale Selwyn Anderson. My names, my surname is English.
Yes.
And I don't think they had encountered many English-speaking coloureds
Okay.
in Namibia because the chicks went crazy. They thought that I'm from America or something.
Yes, yes.
Dress code and everything. It was like you know, and like for me at that age, you know, 16, turning 17, bro, like beautiful woman.
Ne. Ish.
The women that in South Africa, they look like that. They don't look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
maybe they think you're from Mexico.
They literally thought I was from America.
Straight from America.
So any which ways. And I was young, man, and this chick, she was older than me.
Yes,
but
yes.
very clingy. And now when I got so much attention. I don't want all this, but eventually there was a strike, and I got end of contract. After about 4 months, came back to South Africa. I never knew that she was pregnant.
Okay.
Get back to South Africa, get another job in Richards Bay, work with my father, and in my father's my home situation, living with my father and his ex-wife, or his wife at that time, step-brothers. There's a heavy imbalance, you know.
Yes.
Because of my history, and you remember earlier on that I mentioned that the things that I went through in life made me act out.
Yes.
So when you act out as a child according to what you've been going through, it's funny how that those are the things that people see you.
Yes.
They see you, hey, you were naughty, oh, you stole, oh, you.
They put you in that box. Ish.
So it's like I've been put in that box from the time I was a child. And That's made it very, very easy for me to sway now, to start taking drugs, no more dealing.
Okay, so before you were just dealing.
So now I have my on and off relationship with drugs. And you can't win with drugs.
Yes, yes.
You can't win.
But do you know like your first age when you started taking? Roundabout.
16.
Okay.
And yes, you grow. And I think right now it's only the fact that I believe in God so much, and my faith is so deep, and I understand that I'm created in the image of Him.
Yes.
It gives me not control, I just don't worry. So even though currently I still use from time to time certainly, but I don't, it's not my first thought in the morning.
Yes.
My last thought at night. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't make me better. Because I can only but try every day to be better, because I don't want to continue a life like this.
Yes, yes.
But leaving Namibia, I didn't know that this lady was pregnant, and I always used to tell her, don't get clingy with me because I'm only working here, I can leave here, and but she was just, she just wanted me. And I treated her kind of bad, but I was young, you understand, and I messed around with her sister, and I messed, like too many women, just,
Yes.
so, fast track, don't fast track 14 years, because if I do that, then we're gonna miss out on other things that happened. So my life became this construction day, living with my father. My father is like, okay, yeah, now you're working.
Now you're
You
working
must
for
pay
him.
rent.
Are you now
You
working
must
for
pay
him?
board. No, not work. I'm working with him.
Oh, okay, okay.
But he's supervision. I'm an artisan,
Okay.
and his way of trying to show me how to be a man. Okay, when we're traveling from Durban to Richards Bay, like his friends of his that are traveling with us, they pay. I must pay too.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you want me to do all these things, but I smoke cigarettes, and you find me smoking a cigarette, and then you make me eat my cigarettes.
Ish.
I'm working for these things.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So these are parts of things that I can tell you made me rebellious. And I got to a point where I just got fed up. I'm like, you know what? To hell with you. Fuck you. I'm not traveling with you. I'd rather travel with my friend that's got a car and pay him, where I can freely smoke a cigarette and freely drink. Well, I'm working. I'm earning my own money. I'm not asking you for money to do this. I'm doing it on my own.
Yes, yes.
So that is what ended up happening. I ended up traveling with my friend, and you get exposed to other things, So all this time, and I'm working these different jobs, and we work and come back home every fortnight. When we come back home every fortnight, I don't even want to be in the house because of how unfair things are. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same age as my stepbrother, but he's still in school. But they're expecting more of me. And for me, it's just too much pressure, you know what I'm saying? But his brother is overseas, and his brother sends things for him and money for him. Nobody does that there for me. But my father's expecting me to do that there for my stepbrother. Oh, you give him something, and I'm like, this is so, there were things that when you grow up. That's why you got to be careful of what we promise our kids. I'm a father now, because I remember my father promising me this and promising me that, and not delivering. And then I come into a situation where I got stepbrothers now, And wow, what's this here?
Mm.
You know, these are not his kids, but and you know, it's rivalry that goes on. You know what I'm saying? My stepbrother would just know exactly how to set me up according to how I was acting out.
I get
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
how I was acting out to set me up, put cigarettes under my pillow, and not even my cigarettes. How do cigarettes get found? I would not even know. But one day I just get called to my father, there's cigarettes here. Huh? You're gonna eat them. They're under your pillow. Who? Eat them. And now I'm scared of getting a hiding. So he brings water and everything and make me eat the cigarettes.
You added messed up.
It's made me miserable. I don't want to live there. So
Yeah.
first gap now, you know, to go to Johannesburg and live with my mother. Then it's my stepfather. My stepfather was cruel. And after this Hands of Compassion recovery program that I did in 2007, I got to understanding this person, because I acted out there staying with my mother as well, and I stole her jewelry, and you know, and I was acting out, but my stepfather was like that there because of what he had gone through. He had gone through the very same thing.
Okay.
So it's what he knew, you know. And where I realized it even more is when I saw with my brothers, the two boys that he has from my mother, and I saw him put them through similar things, and I realized it's not about me this year. It's about a hurt person.
Yes.
If you hurt and you don't deal with your hurt, then you will just do it to somebody else. So that is what I became to understand after my recovery program in 2007. So yeah, you know, the drugs now became a factor in my life, you know. And also this thing of I think this thing of my mother was something that was a very, very big thing to me, you know. But I failed to see that my grandmothers identified that, and this is why they mothered me the way they mothered. But I couldn't see that there because I was too hurt over the fact that my mother is not mothering me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, one day my mother even said to me, you know, no, Daddy, you know, it's even I even feel like it's not like you're my child, it's like you're Ma's child. You know? And I remember how I felt. I was like, what are you telling me? I'm your firstborn, what are you telling me? You know? Is this your way of trying to make yourself feel better about not doing what you should be doing? Anyway, I became an adult. Still, like I say, bro, you know, from childhood, every act out is what stands. It's the most difficult. Even when you want to when you try to get your life back on track, it's so difficult because something goes missing. It's not you. You know it's not you. The first person they ask is you. You get told, I had my watch here, and now I don't have it here, and you were here. Hey, and then when it gets found, it's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You're accused of everything first.
It's you.
Yes.
So it's things like that that create a lot of pressure on a person. And then you can't can't get help from anybody. No, nobody wants you to live with them. Nobody. Bro, like to face these things as a teenager, I think it's hectic.
Yeah.
You know, it's hectic to face those things as a teenager. You know, I've been in the working industry as a teenager. You know, when I come back from Richards Bay, don't even want to spend time at home. I don't spend the weekend at home. I go partying the whole weekend. and Sunday I go into town on Friday, and I come back on Sunday. I buy clothing and change into clothing, hook up with chicks and they got flats and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Come back home on Sunday, and then I take my stepbrother with me into town, so I can give him my board money, because my father says pay board. Give him the board money. I never ever realized that giving him the board money, he was going home and not giving the board money.
So what do you mean board money? What's
board is your paying for living there.
Okay,
But
I get you.
I'm not living there because 2 weeks I'm away, the weekend we come back.
Oh, I see.
I felt like, why am I paying board?
Yeah, like paying rent, like
yeah.
I get you.
Why am I paying board in my father and his wife's house? Why am I paying board? I'm not here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you put it to me in a different way and you say contribution to, that's different. But now board, set amount board.
Yes.
And my stepbrother having the time of his life, the money I give him, he don't go back and give his mother.
So they think
so
you're not even
this
paying.
Is now 4 or 5 months. It goes on like that. I'm not paying.
They think you're not paying.
So when I get when the contract comes to an end and I get EOC, what's the first thing my father does? My father tells me, he kicks me out the house. I'm 17. Yeah, you weren't paying board. I'm like, what? How do you wait until this happens? The contract ends. You wait to tell me I wasn't paying board and kick me out the house. How do you do that? If you find out I wasn't paying board a long time, why not approach me on it so that I could? So I could see I'm screwed again. Like at every point, I'm screwed. And I gotta find my own way. So whatever money comes out, last money comes out from that job, now I gotta find my own way. What now? I find bras. I don't find friends. I find bras. Because bras are those ones, the leeches.
Yes.
You will have 1,000 bras in life, but you'll only have 5 friends. And the bras are always there to leech off you and good times. But your friends were never there for those good times, but your friends, the 5 friends, will come through and help you in your darkest hour.
The good and bad times, always there.
So, now I end up moving and going here, and I'm exposed to people that are sit ready waiting for somebody like me to take advantage of somebody like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm now exposed to people that some of them are criminals, but their parents love them to the last level. Never kick the son out, knowing fully well the son robs people daily. Waiting for me, and then I end up there thinking, hey, this is my brother, roll with him. I'm in a bullied position now. You know what I'm saying? He's just taking everything of mine, wearing my things, this, that. The money gets finished. Now I'm an issue now. And now once the money's finished, now I have to go now. Go and I leave my stuff. Then I end up on the streets. All my stuff was gone. Now people have a misconception of what it is to end up on the street. Ending up on the streets, for some, they make it about making sure they have drugs every day. For a few, it's different. Because how can I want drugs every day when my stomach is empty? You know what I'm saying? Then the stress factor that comes along with it is the craziest thing ever. And it's the thing that it killed. Literally, for me, my personal experience, the stress factor of all that, they killed me. I pull away from my family because they judge me so severely.
They don't understand.
They judge me so severely, you know what I'm saying? And accusations of things that I have not done. There are things that I've done, there are things that I haven't done. And I identified a lot of youth go through the same thing when it comes to drugging and all that. They pull away from their family because your family crucify you. They crucify you.
Yes.
So anyway, my uncle gets hijacked and shot. It's my mother's brother.
Yes.
But him was like my brother. Him and the younger one were like my brothers because I was raised by my granny.
Yes, you grew up
So I
with
mean, he took me to my first club experience and all these things. You know what I'm saying? So when he passed away, it hit me hard. You know, and I was working at that time, working in Nigel. It was 2006, and when that passed away, you know, because he was such a good guy, it hit me hard. So when I went on one of my weekends out and everything, you know, I met up with a different crew, and
the brother came.
before I know, I find myself smoking crack. That was a quick finish, you know, smoking rock, cocaine. It was so fast from having all the things I've gathered up while I was working and bought this and bought that, and even in an apartment with a chick. Oh, my bro, it took me 2 weeks to half empty out that apartment. She didn't know that I was smoking crack every day because I wasn't going to work. She's going to work. And I'm thinking about selling. And then she says, no, I can't do this. Now I'm on the streets. When I'm on the streets, I sell everything right down to stuff that I'm literally wearing. I take off and sell.
Yeah.
You know, just to feed that habit. And then I got arrested for armed robbery, 2006. I can tell you one thing, the day that I got arrested, I'll never forget when the ADT got all of me. I even said, thank you God. Thank you God. Because I had no control. I could not stop the way I want this drug. Anyway, I go to jail. I'm trialing for 7 months. Yeah, beat the case. I come out. When I come out, I go and do the recovery program. Recovery program was very, very, very influential in my life because I would not be alive if it weren't for that. I learned so much, you know, and it humbled me a lot. It humbled me a lot because, you know, like from a person that can have the ability to kill, I won't say too deep into things like that, but I'm not scared. I've never been scared. It's like having a death wish, you know, and to a person that's now mindful, of people, you know, people before me, people. So anyway, that leads up to me. When I finish the program and I carry on in life, I do such a 360.
Yes.
Don't smoke crack at all. That I've walked past Nigerians and their jaws hit the floor because they see what? They know crack is a difficult thing to beat. And anyway, I get married, bro. I meet somebody and I get married. Now I came out of jail on the 11th of February 2007. On the 11th of February 2014, my son was born.
Your firstborn?
My son was born. My son. My firstborn is my daughter in Namibia. Remember
the one that you didn't know was pregnant?
I didn't know this girl was pregnant.
I get you.
I only found out about my daughter in Namibia when she was like 13, 14. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a hard one to swallow for me. You know, I think about it every single day, and like, you know, people just expect. You know, I'm criticized by my father for you still haven't seen her. She's 20 today, but I haven't seen her. But I've seen a video call and all, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to do what I can do, but my circumstances are not. I don't know what can
100%.
I say.
Yeah.
I know if I had more, I would do more. But it's not like that there, and I can't click my fingers and change it to that. Because now my daughter even has a child. you know, and I haven't seen the child. I haven't touched my daughter's face, but I've video called her and whatnot. So, but with my son it was different. But then again, with my son, and I'm getting married, you know, I remember my father's speech at my wedding. Yeah, my father's speech was like, yeah, hey, you know, this day, I know, we never ever thought this day would come, you know, like, I mean, you were already painting me.
Yes.
in front of my in-laws, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
yes. Is this your stepfather?
My father, I never forget that shit, like, that shit, you know, like, how do you get on stage and you say this?
Yeah. Ish. Especially on such a important day.
My uncle, his brother, when he gave a speech, the toast speech, he tried to cover it up. He still came and said, yeah, you know, in life we must always remember that, be careful of what you say about somebody's past. Otherwise, that person might put you in their past.
Yes.
I saw his attempt, I appreciated it, but like, my father already threw the black paint on me.
Ish.
On my wedding day.
Ish.
So any which way, I mean, this I've got my own issues with my father because, you know, things I've been through with him, you know, him kicking me out and all that thing. But he himself has always got his mother to run to.
Okay.
Currently, right now, my father's 63 years old, 62 or 63.
Yeah.
He's living by his mother.
Okay.
Me, I can't live with my mother. My mother don't have a house. She's divorced for the second time. And even if she had a house, I don't have that relationship with my mother. These are things that push people into a habit. So by the grace of God, I managed to stop smoking crack.
Okay.
I get married, have a nice wedding, have a kid, have a son. When my son was born, this is when I find out about my daughter. Now, somebody had told me I might have a daughter in Namibia when this child was about 4 years old, because somebody I worked with there that was still working there.
Yes.
They came back to South Africa and said, hey, I saw this child is you and finished.
Says the child looks like you.
Yeah. Gave me a phone number.
Yeah.
I tried to phone. Every time I tried to phone, they kept on saying they don't know who the person is.
So they answer their phone, but
Yeah.
they're not giving much info.
They're not giving me, and I'm saying, this is who I am. I'm phoning for this person. It makes sense to me now.
Okay.
My daughter's mother, raising this child for that long and everything, must have realized. And these people had been monitoring me on Facebook. You know, Facebook, you get requests, you just accept. I never realized they'd been watching me for the longest time.
They're watching you every move.
You know, and bro, like, let's face the fact. Would you paste photos of yourself, of your darkest moments on Facebook? Facebook is all my highlights.
No, you wouldn't.
So you'll never know what I'm going through.
No.
Only all the good things.
On Instagram, social media, you only post the good stuff.
So I don't know. Maybe they came out because of seeing that there and all the thick chains and whatnot. You know. Then I got I got this message from this chick in Namibia, and I started talking to her, and something just told me, look, just look into where this person's from. And when I look into where this, I see, oh, Namibia, but Ludert. I'm like, okay. The lady I have a kid from, I didn't know her surname.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
you just knew the name.
I knew her name. She knew my surname. I never knew her surname. I'm 16, bro.
Yes.
Like, come on. So they've been watching me, and she married, and there's another guy who's raised my daughter. He also sends me a Facebook request. I accept it. One day I'm chatting with him. at the same, around about the same time I'm chatting with her, because when I was chatting with my daughter's mom's sister, immediately I asked her to give me her sister's number. I phoned her immediately. I said, hey, listen, and I went into her Facebook and I saw a picture of this child. I showed you a picture of her. No doubt that's my daughter.
Yes.
No doubt. I showed my granny a picture. My granny said, this is an Anderson and finished. So, anyway, I tried to establish a relationship. When I'm trying to establish a relationship, I go to my wife at that time and I show her. I say, look at this picture. This news just got hit me now. When I show her the picture, I said, look. She says, no. This child don't look like you. We must discuss this. Me in my head, I'm like, whoa. This marriage not supposed to be for better, for worse, through thick and thin. What I'm saying. So, through thick and thin, for better, for worse, everything like that there, you know.
Yes.
Where are we going with this here? If I'm showing you something, you're supposed to have my back.
Yes, you're supposed to support.
I have had her back in other matters which I won't mention. You know what I'm saying? Because
Understand? Yeah.
You know, but I've had her back, like things that like you wouldn't, things that should have not been thrown on us as a young married couple. Any which way, I see now I've hit a brick wall. Now I've got to approach this thing on my own, yet I'm married. Because when you're married, you're supposed to be two that have become one.
Yes.
Why am I approaching this on my own?
So you're not buying her story. You just you can tell that she's just trying to confuse you or what?
Bro, like, as if I don't love my son with all my heart, as if I don't love her. You know? As if I don't know. And then in talking to my daughter's mother one day, she said, I'm so sorry. She phoned me. She said, I'm so sorry. I told him to remove it. What? I don't realize what she's talking about. And then I see her say, no. I read a message saying, no. Her husband posted on my wall a picture of my daughter with a report card, a student, and saying how he has done my job for 13 years. What? This, that, and the other. Like trying to. I read the thing, I read through everything here. I'm saying, this is my wall, publicly, people can see.
So you say what is he say? What is saying in that post?
He did my job for 13 years, where have I been, what? Trying to make me look like you know.
He's trying to like show off that he raised this child well while you are not around.
Yeah.
Ish.
So I didn't know about the child for one. For two, I'm much younger than this lady I have a child from. So what I did in response, when she told me about this, she said she told him to remove it. He did remove the post. But what I did in response is, I inboxed him. I didn't write on his wall.
Yes.
My brother, firstly, the first thing I want to tell you is, I want to say thank you. And tell you that I appreciate what you have done.
Yes.
What you are doing for this child. Secondly, I want to tell you I didn't know. Thirdly, I want to tell you how young I was at that time. Let me just take this here. No. Hello?